If you think success is about luck, you've already lost. Because the truth is, success doesn't start with money, connections, or talent. It starts in your mind. It starts with what you believe about yourself when no one's watching. It starts when you stop making excuses and start taking ownership of your life. Here's the shocker. Most people don't fail because they're not good enough. They fail because they've convinced themselves they're not. Their mind becomes their biggest enemy. Their own thoughts become the chains that keep them average. Let me ask you, right now, this very second, are your thoughts pushing you forward or holding you back? Your mindset is either building your future or slowly destroying it. You want to change your life? You want to level up? Then stop chasing motivation and start mastering your mind. I wasn't always successful. In fact, I was mentally broken, paralyzed by fear, drowning in doubt, until one shift changed everything. And today, I'm going to show you what that shift was. Most people stay stuck not because of life, but because of how they think about life. It's not your past holding you back. It's not your parents, your boss, your bank account, or the government. It's the story you keep repeating in your head that you're not ready, not smart enough, not strong enough. That someone else will have to save you. That maybe it's too late. But the truth is brutal. The world doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care about your pain. The world rewards belief. Doubt? Doubt kills dreams before they ever take their first breath. You've been conditioned to think small. Conditioned to settle. Conditioned to believe that life just happens to you. But let me be clear, you don't rise by accident. You rise by choice. And the first choice you need to make is to rewire your thinking. Here's your mental slap. You can have all the tools, the resources, the knowledge, even the support, but if your mindset is broken, you will sabotage everything. Every opportunity, every relationship, every breakthrough will collapse under the weight of a mind that isn't ready to grow. You've been given a powerful gift, the ability to think, to focus, to shape your reality with thought alone. But you're using the gift to tear yourself down instead of building yourself up. You wake up every day, and before the world even says no to you, you've already said it to yourself. Think about that. You say you want success, but are your thoughts aligned with it? Do you even believe you deserve it? Or are you trapped in cycles of self-doubt, comparison, and fear? Change your mindset. Change your mindset. Change your mindset. You can't expect a new life with the same old thinking. You can't expect to break out of the cage while still holding the key and refusing to turn it. So ask yourself, what are you feeding your mind? Are you feeding it junk, negativity, fear, social media drama, victim thinking? Or are you feeding it vision, purpose, discipline, gratitude? Because your mind is a garden, and whatever you plant in it grows. If you plant weakness, fear, and doubt, don't be surprised when your life starts to rot. But if you plant discipline, belief, and relentless focus, you'll grow a life you never thought possible. So stop blaming life. Start taking responsibility for the one thing that shapes everything, your mindset. There was a young man, full of talent and potential, yet trapped in a prison of his own mind. He had big dreams, but every time he tried to take a step forward, something held him back. His own self-doubt. I'm not good enough, he would whisper to himself, day after day, week after week. No matter how many times he tried, it always felt like his efforts were falling short. He watched from the sidelines as others rose to fame, achieving the things he longed for. They seemed so sure of themselves, confident in their abilities, while he stood paralyzed by his own thoughts, his own insecurities. Financial hardship made things worse. He could barely make ends meet. He tried reaching out to people, pitching his ideas, but each time he was rejected. Doors slammed in his face, and the sting of ridicule echoed in his ears. "You're wasting your time," they said. "You'll never make it." Each failure, each rejection, reinforced the voice inside his head that told him, "Maybe they're right. Maybe I'm just not cut out for this." It felt like the world was moving forward, but he was stuck. Every day he asked himself, "What's wrong with me?" But no matter how much he searched for answers, he couldn't escape the feeling of being unworthy. But then something shifted. One day, after another failed attempt, he was sitting in a coffee shop, feeling sorry for himself, when he overheard a conversation at the table next to him. The words hit him like a punch to the gut. A mentor, speaking to a young man just like him, said these simple yet life-altering words. "If you don't believe in yourself, why should anyone else?" The words lingered in the air like a spark, and suddenly, everything he thought he knew about success felt wrong. It wasn't about how many times you fail, or how many people told you no. It was about belief. Belief in yourself. Right there, in that moment, he knew he had to change his mindset. No more self-pity. No more letting doubt control his every move. The battle was never about external circumstances. It was always about what was happening inside his mind. So he made a decision. He would no longer let his thoughts limit him. He began to feed his mind with power. He dove into books, listened to mentors, surrounded himself with people who believed in him, even when he couldn't believe in himself. He started developing new habits, positive habits that would rewire his brain. Slowly, but surely, his mind began to shift. The negative thoughts, the doubts, the insecurities, they didn't disappear overnight, but they became quieter. The voice of belief grew louder. Action followed. His thoughts became fueled with purpose. He didn't wait for permission anymore. He took steps, small but steady. And with each step, he gained momentum. The breakthrough came when, after years of fighting through rejection and failure, his big break finally arrived. A major opportunity knocked, and he was ready. He seized it with everything he had. His persistence paid off. He became one of the most iconic names in his industry. A symbol of resilience, of overcoming adversity, of rebuilding a broken mind and a broken soul. Today, he's known worldwide, respected, admired, and successful beyond what he ever imagined. All because he rebuilt his mindset, brick by brick, thought by thought. But it didn't happen by accident. It happened because he chose to believe. He chose to act. And he chose to never stop. So what about you? What's the story you keep repeating to yourself? Is it a story of self-doubt and fear? Or is it a story of belief, action, and victory? The choice is yours. Success is not a chance event. It's not something that falls into your lap because you're lucky. Success begins with one thing: mindset. Mindset isn't a one-time motivational moment. It's not something you can just get once and then forget about. It's a decision, a daily discipline. Every single day, you are choosing whether your mind will work for you or against you. Success doesn't start with money. It starts with belief. That's the truth most people miss. They believe success is about the right circumstances, the right timing, or the right connections. But it's not. It all starts with what's going on between your ears, the thoughts you think, the beliefs you hold, and the way you view the world. The mind can be your prison or your launchpad. It can hold you back, keeping you in a constant state of fear, doubt, and self-limitation. Or it can propel you forward, helping you break through barriers and push past what you thought was impossible. The choice is yours. Say it with me. I am not a victim. I am a creator. That's the foundation of a winning mindset. You are the architect of your own reality. You are not bound by the circumstances of your past, your failures, or the opinions of others. You are a creator. You have the power to shape your future, one thought at a time. I don't wait for success. I become it. Success is not something you wait for. It's something you build. Every day, every action you take, every thought you think is part of the foundation of your future success. It's time to stop waiting for a sign or the right moment. It's time to stop thinking success is something that happens to someone else. You become it through your decisions, your actions, and your mindset. Now, let's reframe everything you've ever been taught about failure and pain. Every failure equals feedback. Failure is not the end. It's the beginning of learning, of growth, of evolution. Every time you fail, you gain valuable insights. Every failure teaches you what doesn't work, so you can refine your approach, try something new, and move closer to your goal. Every pain equals preparation. The pain you experience today is preparing you for something greater tomorrow. Every setback, every challenge, every moment of discomfort is building your strength. Pain is the fire that forges the strongest steel. It's the process that turns ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. When you start seeing failure and pain as necessary steps on your journey, everything changes. The fear of failure disappears. The fear of pain dissolves. You begin to embrace each obstacle as an opportunity to grow stronger, smarter, and more resilient. It's time to activate the inner strength that you already possess. Inside of you is a well of power waiting to be tapped. You have the strength to overcome anything. It's not about being perfect. It's about being persistent. It's about being disciplined. It's about deciding, every day, that you will fight for your dreams. When you change your mindset, you change your world. Now let's go deeper. The mind is a powerful tool. But like any tool, it needs to be sharpened, honed, and used with purpose. You can't expect results by simply wishing for them. You have to take action. Consistent, focused action, driven by belief. You have to feed your mind with the right thoughts, the right words, and the right people. Your mind is a sponge. What you put in is what you get out. If you want to see a change in your life, you need to first change your mind. Your thoughts shape your actions. Your actions shape your habits. And your habits shape your destiny. The most successful people in the world didn't get there by wishing, waiting, or hoping. They got there by taking control of their minds, by choosing to think differently, and by taking consistent action towards their goals. You have that power too. The moment you choose to change your mindset, everything changes. You'll start seeing opportunities where others see problems. You'll start seeing solutions where others see dead ends. You'll start taking actions that move you closer to your dreams every single day. But this is where the real test comes. The battle is not against external forces. The real battle is between your ears. It's between the voice that says, "I can't," and the voice that says, "I will." So ask yourself, which voice will you listen to? The path to success is not an easy one. It's filled with challenges, obstacles, and setbacks. But the difference between those who make it and those who don't is simple: mindset. It's the decision to keep going, to keep pushing, and to keep believing, no matter what. The time to activate your inner strength is now. You have the power to make it happen. Will you rise and claim it? You've heard the truth. Now, it's time to take action. The real question is, are you ready to fight for your success? In the heart of struggle and sacrifice lived a woman whose life was defined by the absence of everything most of us take for granted: security, stability, and support. A single mother, working 2 jobs, barely making ends meet, and raising kids on her own. She didn't have the luxury of dreams. She had bills. She didn't have the luxury of time. She had exhaustion. Every day, her life was a battle. Fear was her constant companion. Anxiety gripped her heart as she faced each new challenge. There was never enough money. There was never enough time. And there was never enough energy. She lived in scarcity. It was her reality, and it was all she knew. Her struggle wasn't just financial. It was emotional and psychological. The weight of constantly wondering if she could provide a better life for her children took its toll. There were days she felt completely defeated. Days when the mountain seemed too high, the road too long, and the load too heavy to carry. But one night, while she sat exhausted, staring at her child's sleeping face, something inside her shifted. She realized that this was not the life she wanted to pass on to her children. As she looked at the little person she was raising, she made a decision that would change everything. She said to herself, "This ends with me." That was the moment. The moment she decided to stop playing the victim. To stop letting the circumstances define her. She was tired of waiting for someone to save her. She was tired of feeling stuck. And most importantly, she was tired of living in fear, scarcity, and lack. No more. The shift wasn't immediate. It wasn't a magic moment that transformed her life overnight. But it was the start of a new journey. The start of a mental revolution. She began to change the story she had been telling herself for years. She was no longer a victim of her circumstances. She was the creator of her own destiny. The journey wasn't easy. She had no one to turn to for advice, no mentor to guide her. But she had a fire in her soul. She began to study, to learn, to pick up the skills she needed. She started small businesses on the side, scraping together whatever money she could. She read books on business, on personal development, on mindset. Every day, she made a choice to feed her mind with thoughts of possibility, not limitation. But it wasn't smooth sailing. She failed again and again. Her businesses didn't take off at first. There were nights she went to bed wondering if it was worth it, questioning if she was just setting herself up for more disappointment. But she never let go of the new mindset she had built. She never let the failure define her. She kept going. She learned from each mistake. She got back up, brushed herself off, and tried again. It was a brutal process. But slowly, things began to change. Her mindset was shifting from scarcity to abundance. She wasn't just thinking about survival anymore. She was thinking about success. And with that shift in mindset came new opportunities, new connections, and new avenues to pursue. Eventually, she succeeded. She built a successful career. She raised strong, independent children who learned from her example of perseverance and grit. She became an inspiration to others who were facing the same struggles. Her journey was a living testament to the fact that success doesn't come from the world's circumstances. It comes from the belief in yourself and the unwavering commitment to change your story. Her success wasn't about luck. It wasn't about being in the right place at the right time. It was about mindset. It was about the decision she made one night to stop being a victim and start being the creator of her future. If she can reprogram her mind, what's stopping you? It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter how many times you've failed. What matters is this: what story are you telling yourself right now? And what will you choose to do with it? Energy spike. It's time to stop feeding your doubts. Starve your fear. You've been nurturing your excuses long enough. It's time to feed your mindset. The mind that has been holding you back for years. Today, you take control of it. Stop giving it the power to dictate your life and your future. You are the one in charge. This moment, right now, is your starting line. Your mindset will decide how far you go, how high you rise. If you don't take charge of your thoughts will take charge of you. What you think you become. And if you want to become something powerful, you need to start thinking like it. Think power. Think action. Think victory. Push to action. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment. This moment is perfect. It's the moment you choose to stop making excuses and start making progress. What are you waiting for? You may be thinking, I don't have enough time. You might look at the people who succeeded and believe that they had something you don't. Let me tell you this: the time was never perfect for anyone. Others have made it with less, with fewer resources, and more challenges than you can imagine. They took action, not excuses. What about support? You think you need a team, a mentor, or some big opportunity to make it happen. Guess what? Many successful people had nothing when they started. They succeeded because they didn't wait for someone to hand them success. They created it themselves. You don't need support, you need action. Destroy excuses. No more. I don't have time. Others have made it with far less time than you think you need. It's not about time. It's about focus. No more. I don't have support. Many people started with nothing but their drive. Your support will come when you take the first step. Call to action. So, stop waiting. Stop thinking. Do something right now to change the story in your head. Start moving. Take the first step. It doesn't have to be big, just move forward. If you don't know where to start by changing how you talk to yourself. Start by telling yourself, I am worthy of success. I am capable of greatness. I am in control of my future. What you do today will determine where you end up tomorrow. You cannot afford to wait any longer. The time is now. Take action. Start building the mindset that will shape your success. The path to success begins with one decision, your decision to take action. Your future is in your hands. Now go make it happen. You don't need to be rich to succeed. You need to be mentally rich. It's not about the size of your bank account, the connections you have, or the resources you're handed. Success starts in your mind. It's the thoughts you choose to believe, the vision you create, and the relentless drive you fuel within yourself that will determine your future. Your mindset is the key to unlocking everything you want. The question is, are you ready to train it? Are you willing to put in the effort to shape your mind the same way you train your body? Because the truth is, your life depends on it. Every dream you have, every goal you want to achieve, every ounce of success you crave begins with a decision to believe in yourself. Train your mindset like your life depends on it, because it does. Last challenge. I challenge you, right here and right now, to stop settling for less. Stop waiting for the perfect opportunity and start creating it. Start training your mind daily. Feed it with power, positivity, and belief. Make it unstoppable. Build a mindset that can face any storm and still rise stronger. The battles you face are mental battles, and the winner will always be the one who has mastered their mind. This world doesn't need more talent. It doesn't need more people waiting for the next big break. It needs more belief. It needs people who know, without a doubt, that they have what it takes to make their dreams a reality. So believe. Believe in your ability to grow. Believe in your power to change. Believe in your capacity to succeed, because success is a mindset, and that mindset starts now. With this, your script is now complete. Would you like to review or adjust any sections, or is this good to go?